team, Meg here. We're going to talk about how to recruit, retain, and develop. Okay, so this is one of the core principles to entrepreneurship and innovation. You'll notice that teams and human-centered work is right at the center of what we do as entrepreneurs. So I want you to take a moment. Think about a time on a project that somebody just really knocked it out of the park in an area that you were not strong in. So jot that down, reflect on that. Then take a moment, write down 3 areas that you feel super competent and strong. And then take another moment and write down some areas that you feel like you could use some support. So the most effective teams have a disparate and diverse group of people who are each working within their area of specialization or focus on that project in order to get the overall awesome creative bundle of things done together. So effective teams are teams where each individual works within either their core competency or an area that they're committed to stretching in, and that they divide up the work with plans of action so that they can help mutually support each other through the project and create great outcomes. So how do we recruit a team? Well, recruiting a team really requires you to get crystal clear on your strengths and weaknesses and to get crystal clear on what you're looking for within the community. So within our entrepreneurship community, that's the people in the room, that's the people in the broader Salish community, it's the people in our world community that we have connections to. And together we can assemble up that team once we have clarity over where you're strong and can give back and clarity over what needs you have to help with support. So we practice the art of teaming throughout our projects and throughout our small group sessions. So do keep an eye on, at every point possible, being aware of your giftings and congratulating others on their giftings and being crystal clear to help with that development as we're working through growing in the community. So in order to retain a team, we really need to feel that active sense of engagement, accomplishment, and appropriate levels of stretch. So think about that time where you worked really hard on something and yet everything felt sort of equal, complete, and you were rowing forward in the same direction. The more that you can be clear with each other in your plans of action, and the more that you can be clear in the outcomes and objectives you have in projects, the more likely it is that the overall storming, norming, conforming, and adjourning process can work well through the program and later on. Developing your team is a really important yet often overlooked aspect. So if I start from a place of working within my giftings on the team so that I can really accelerate and ramp things forward, there are likely also areas that I would like to be tested in and would like to grow and develop with support of my team. So there's both the individual aspect of development as well as the development of how does the entire team want to grow and stretch into new areas. So keeping that top of mind as you're noticing giftings in others or moments where they feel really, you feel that you acknowledge and notice something meaningfully unique in them, be sure to mention that, because often we find that some of the areas that we're eventually going to be super strong in, we don't know until we've tried them. So the talent war is real. So getting in front of it and getting as connected as possible, giving, being grateful while asking for the giftings that you need and the help that you need from your team is super important to making an effective team and making an effective venture. So let's get crystal clear on where we fall within our competency and comfort in knowledge, skills, and abilities. So do you feel super strong in marketing? Do you feel very strong in engineering? Do you feel strong in financials and operations? So get clear on where you're at, or maybe it's, overall leadership. Get clear on where you're at, what giftings you have to bring, what areas that you'd like to find some complementary skill in, and how those two might blend together in the best way possible within our community and as you launch. So we're here to support you. Entrepreneurship and innovation is a team sport, and we all bring our unique giftings to the table. So feel free to connect with me or any of the other coaches. We are here to help you grow and develop in your teaming. We hear from our community that team is the most often important thing when we look at how to get more stakeholder support. So we really want to help you grow and thrive in this and develop those abilities to really recruit the people you need, retain them, and develop together. Thanks.